Howdy. Well, on the glue up still. So, a little bit more detail on the glue up, in case anyone is interested in maybe trying to glue up some of these panel doors. So when you make a solid wood panel door, you know, you can't get a big piece of wood to go across the door with because the piece of wood will cup. So you got to put, you know, 3-4 pieces, you know, 2 pieces, 3-4 together, depending on the width of the door. You got to glue them. So, usually you will individually glue the doors with clamps, you know, across each door. But, you know, we're not gluing up stuff all the time. We don't have a bunch of clamps kicking around, and it's kind of expensive to buy a ton of clamps to try to individually glue up each door. So this is the solution. My father came up with the idea. You know, we got these pipe clamps, and these are 10-foot lengths of gas pipe. Makes a pipe clamp. So there's 10 doors glued up here. And all these little clamps you see along the outside edges keeps that pipe, keeps those doors with the wood right up against the pipe, and that keeps them all straight from cupping, because you got to have at least one on the underside, and you know, you got to have at least 3 clamps minimum, 2 on the underside, 1 on the top. That stops them all from cupping, and these little clamps along the edges keep all those doors straight, so there's no cups. And then they all get glued up. Obviously not between each door, but just the doors themselves are individually glued up. And then where they butt each other, there's no glue, so it's just a dry fit. And then the length of the clamp, you really get a good compression on those joints because you're really getting a tight stretch on the pipe, and it actually clamps them pretty tight as one big group. So, and then you clamp your long 3 clamps first, you come along and hit your small ones, and the small ones keep it up against the pipe and keep it straight. Okay? We use those bigger clamps because the door width was, you know, a little bit larger down there and narrower here. So anyways, this was yesterday's glue up, and these are all here, and you know, and they're all flat. Everything glued flat. There's no cups in the boards, and the boards ain't tweaking to each other. Everything's flat. And if you put something across there, you can see they glued flat. Scrape the glue off, and now these are ready for sanding. Oh, we could even trim them a little bit in the planer too if we wanted to, but there they all are. That's yesterday's glue up. See them all? And then we've got to do 3 days of gluing because this group needs to get glued tomorrow. We don't have enough of them little clamps to get the job done, although we have extra pipe clamps. But anyways, that's a glue up in case anyone wants to try to glue up a bunch of boards together individually, you know, doors. It's the one way to get around buying $1,000 worth of clamps to do it. So there it is. These are 14. This piece is 14, and that's like 20. So for $34, you know, you get it all done. 34 times 3. Anyways, guys, maybe we'll see you on the next one. We're gonna start cleaning these up and determining how we want to do this detail. We may change it. We may make a curve, and we may raise this up a little higher. So we're gonna just do a bunch of mock-ups and see which one gives us the most depth when you look at it, you know, as far as 3-dimensionally, the depth of that panel. So rather than looking flat. Anyways, have a good one. I'm gonna head out and take down the Christmas tree and the Christmas lights because it's a nice day, and you know, that's the end of that. So head out here, take that guy down. Anyways, see you on the next one.